Roar. Tell me Cocoa Puff. Roar.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
What's going on? Come on, people. What is going on? The Pickle Nation. Welcome to Talkin Baloney. Me, Jim Keezy, sitting here with the big guy.
What is going on, Jim Deezy?
What's going on? How you doing there, man? How's things going in The Rock?
Should we talk about that? do we want to get into what's going on in The Rock?
Sheesh, things are pretty hot and hectic here, from what I hear.
Yeah. So, if you've heard of this guy named George Floyd, he was. We don't want to talk about this. We don't talk politics.
We don't talk politics on this show, but we will say a great injustice was done, and people, let's stop burning stuff. Though, it's gotta stop. Gotta stop. Let the wheels of justice somehow do their thing, and quietly and peacefully, let's do the protesting. Okay. That's all I can say, man. We don't need to hurt anybody else. But
well said.
Yeah, that's our only take on anything politically related today, because I feel like it needed to be mentioned.
Yeah, it's not good out there. So.
No, it is not good. It's not safe. So people stay home if you can, and man, put a dang mask on already. Holy cow. Get it, but we don't want this COVID coming around again. Holy moly.
There is a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. We're not going to talk about anything else. We're going to get back into
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, on part 2 of our special show. We still haven't heard back from Bruce yet on when he wanted to come on the podcast.
Did you put the invite out?
I put the invite out there.
Your agent talked to his agent?
Yeah, my agent talked to his agent, and his agent's agent.
Cousin of his stepsister.
Yeah, some friend of a friend that did some lawn work for him.
So last week we talked Bruce Willis.
Yep.
We went through 1985 to the year 2000.
Correct. Man, this man has done a lot of shows. He's done a lot of movies. And
after about 50 minutes of our show, we realized there's no way we can do the next 20 years.
No, not possible.
So here we are, part 2.
Did you know that he's worth $200 million?
I did not.
He is worth $200 million.
Wow.
Folks, let's put that in perspective. If I said to you right now, empty your pockets, how much money would you have in your pocket?
Not 200 million.
Don't all count at once. Because I guarantee what you have in your pockets, to all of our million viewers and listeners, still doesn't equal what Bruce Willis is worth.
How many dollars would each of our million listeners need to have in their pockets to equal 200 million that Bruce has?
A lot of money.
That's right.
A lot of money.
Roar.
So I was just saying, Die Hard's been good to him.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into his career path.
Yep.
He kind of had a little downturn in the 90s, and things picked up where we left off with Sixth Sense, Unbreakable. Things were going good again for Bruno, as we like to call him.
For Bruno, yeah.
So in 2001, he does a little movie called Bandits with Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob. Good old Billy Bob.
Billy Bob, of course, was coming off the huge success of Sling Blade?
Sling Blade?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called.
I only remember Billy Bob Thornton from the movie where he's with, what the heck is her name? I don't remember. Moving on.
We're off to a great start.
Billy Bob's been in a couple good movies. Wasn't he in he was in a good football movie.
He was in Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, that's right.
Yeah, Billy is a really good actor.
Yes.
And Bandits was a movie where he and Bruce Willis were brothers.
That's right.
Who were bandits.
Bandits.
Yeah.
AKA thieves.
That's right. Not a bad movie.
Not too bad. I did see this movie, folks.
Yeah.
Was not a bad movie.
It's one of those movies you probably saw it and you probably haven't thought about it in 20 years because it's not like a memorable movie.
It's not a movie you want to have on DVD. You show your friends and they're like, who's that? And where you're like, yeah. Well, hey, listen, I got it in the free Columbia House Club, 12 for 1 penny. Folks, if any of you remember the Columbia House Club, you're old.
So, Bruce, after that, Heart's War, 2002.
Heart's War, another military movie.
Military, yeah. I'll admit, I didn't see this one.
You know, it's not Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. I feel like it was trying to be.
Trying to be.
Yeah. Trying to be a prestigious war movie.
Now, if you would have called it Heart's War and it was starring Tom Hanks, I would have went and saw it at the movie theater.
So Bruce, at this point, was kind of locked into the military kind of thing because Tears of the Sun is his next.
So I will tell you, Tears of the Sun is a freaking phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's based on a true story.
Is it?
It is based on a true story.
Okay.
And there's some serious drama, emotional roller coaster. What you see going on in the movie, you don't really, because you watch because we don't talk politics on this show, but if you were to watch the news around that time, it's just based on a true story, and how they rescue all these kids and these family members at the end of the movie is insane. It's insane. But he's kind of if I remember correctly, he's a military special forces, whatever, and great movie. It'll pull you in.
Directed by Antoine Fuqua, if I recall correctly.
Well, I will tell you, get out the popcorn, folks.
Director of Training Day.
Ooh, Denzel Washington.
Yeah, good movie.
Great actor.
Yeah, we should do it. We should do a show on Denzel.
Denzel. If we would come on this show, we will talk whatever you want to talk about, Denzel. We'll break the rules if we get you on the show.
So for Denzel, all bets are off.
All bets are off for Denzel. One of the best actors in Hollywood. Period.
Hands down.
Hands down.
And not to again talk politics, but did you see he stepped in between a
I saw
protester
that. I
and
saw
the
that.
police
Just to make sure the gentleman was treated fairly. So kudos to Denzel, man. The man is people should listen to him a little bit more. He does get in there. He throws his hat in the ring and he tries to throw some stuff out there. And
I'm just gonna say it. King Kong has got nothing on him.
no, nothing.
Okay. So Bruce has a cameo in a big movie the next year, Ocean's 12.
Ocean's 12.
Now, normally, I don't know if we would normally mention a cameo because, that's not really a big thing. But this one actually mattered to the plot of the movie.
So my question here is, why was the movie even called Oceans to begin with?
Well, the main character, George Clooney, his last name was Oceans, I believe.
So it's more like Ocean's 12 or Ocean's 11.
Yeah. So he had 10 other guys with him in the first one, which made 11. And then, yeah.
So you bring Pretty Woman into the movie, a.k.a. Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
You lost me now.
Really?
She was Pretty Woman. That was it.
She did some movies with Denzel, too, didn't she?
I'm not sure.
Pelican Brief?
Pelican Brief.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, shoot. I forgot about that movie.
So Ocean's 12, Bruce Willis plays himself.
Yep.
And they kind of play off of that a bit. So for a guy who's kind of not known for tweaking his own image that much, he's very protective of his die-hard image. That was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Bruce, if I met the guy, I would be like, "What's up, John? How you doing, Mr. McLean?"
Yeah.
But I'm sure his people wouldn't let us get that close to him anyway.
No.
Yeah. As soon as I got within 5 feet of him, I'm probably getting slammed to the ground. My arm's broken.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
They're probably like, you didn't sign up. You didn't sign up to get the meet and greet for $10,000.
Yeah. Hostage.
Not a bad movie. High-tech guy, got some secret whatever it is on some little disc or whatever, and the people come to take it back, and he just happens to be the cop that's already failed at a hostage negotiation once. Got some people killed. And now he's there to rescue a kid and a girl that are trapped in the house with these crazies.
Okay, so a good movie.
Hey, listen. If you've had a rough day,
Okay.
like most Americans seem to be having these days, not a bad movie to watch to, see the fancy high-end house go up in smoke at the end of the movie.
Similar to like Falling Down, that kind of. You remember that
Listen,
Michael
Falling
Douglas
Down was probably one of the best. Listen, if I'm going to go out one day, it's going to be like that.
movie? Wow.
Listen, folks, you want to see a movie about, it's not Bruce Willis, but man, Michael Douglas knocks that one out of the park. I'm having a very bad day.
Yeah.
Great movie. And he does it in a shirt and tie.
Oh, yeah.
Who pulls that off?
There's a guy that we both know. His name is Lee. That was like his favorite movie. He also wanted to become that guy at some point.
Listen, if you're denying that you would like to go out like that, you're lying to yourself. That's a great movie.
How about 16 Blocks?
So that's the Precinct movie, right?
It's the movie where he's essentially one good cop, and he's got to get the witness 16 blocks to the next precinct or whatever, and all the dirty cops are after him.
Yep. Ends in I think there's a massive shootout on a bus.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I've seen this. A lot of shooting, a lot of explosions. Typical Bruce Willis. It's like Die Hard, but
it is kind of
on
like
the
Die
ground.
Hard, yeah. And I also feel like this is a movie where maybe he's starting to show his age a little. Mm-hmm. He looked a little ragged.
Yeah,
and I think that kind of played into the character.
If he was doing DDP yoga,
oof, he'd be fine.
He'd be fine. Be fine. Shout out to Diamond Dallas Page. You're welcome to come on the show anytime you want, DDP. We'll even be partial to the fact that you've been visiting AEW. We'll still let you on here. We could use all the publicity we can get.
So with all these invitations we're extending, this show's going to be booked solid for the next year.
Should be booked solid for the next year. I mean,
wow.
We're inviting Denzel. First and foremost, Denzel. If you want to take over the show. What?
Okay. Lucky number Slevin.
Lucky number Slevin.
Did you see that one?
No.
Yeah.
First off, is it lucky number 7? Is it Slevin?
Yeah. So I did see this, but I don't remember much about it. It falls into that category of movies trying to be Quentin Tarantino. It has a lot of style, a lot of violence, but not much substance.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've seen more substance in a zombie movie.
I don't know what happened to Bruce at this point, but he did a lot of kids movies too.
Really?
Yeah. Over the Hedge.
It wasn't another Look Who's Talking, was it? Please tell me it wasn't that.
You could almost respect another Look Who's Talking at this point, because
Over the Hedge, I can tell you I've seen this. This is actually a cartoon movie where, like, the animals are afraid to go over the bushes, because, right?
I didn't see it, Jim.
I think that's what it is.
Okay. He did that, and he did a Nancy Drew movie where he did a cameo.
A Nancy who?
Nancy Drew?
Drew who?
We're doing a bit?
Oh, snap.
So if you get a sense from these last few movies that things maybe are starting to go downhill.
Retirement time?
Or time for another Die Hard.
Oh, here we go. Die Hard.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Yep. This is the one that...
Okay. This is the one with Justin Long, who was probably best known for commercials for Mac. Mac versus Apple. Remember those?
I remember that, yep.
He was, kind of smarmy.
Samsung's better.
And this one played into technology, I think. There was Timothy Oliphant was the villain. He kind of like, I don't know.
So, who was the terrorist in this one? What was the premise of this Die Hard?
This was involved computers and technology.
Here we go.
So Justin Long was a hacker, and Bruce Willis John McClane needs the help of the hacker because Timothy Olyphant is a government guy who went bad and is using the internet to screw with stuff.
Come out to the coast, get together, have a few laughs.
That's good. So this movie also featured Kevin Smith, the director.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Don't tell me. Kevin Smith was in another iconic grunge-type movie. Something about store clerks or something, wasn't it?
That's what he directed.
Yes, that's it.
And he played Silent Bob.
Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob.
He's not really an actor, but he was in this movie for some reason. He was like the master hacker that they went to for help.
Yep. I remember this movie now.
Yeah.
And there's a massive explosion in this at the end of it.
Oh, of course. Isn't there always?
It's a Bruce Willis movie.
And I guess for the sake of continuity with the characters, because we got to know his family so well. His daughter is in this movie.
Oh, all grown up now.
Yeah.
Well, how time flies.
Roughly the same age as Justin Long's character. So, geez, you wonder what's going to happen there. No spoilers.
Spoiler alert, they're going to hook up. I wonder if Mommy approves.
We never really hear from her again.
See? Again, loopholes in the story. You got to think of all these things when you're directing movies like we do.
So, I mentioned Kevin Smith. He's a director. He's a writer. Bruce Willis. So this movie was kind of all over the place. Hence the reason I couldn't even describe the plot. Kevin Smith, Bruce Willis was going to him and having him kind of rewrite the scene that Kevin Smith was in. And Bruce Willis got along with him so well, he's like, I want you to direct a movie with me. And that leads to Cop Out. Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan. Buddy comedy cops.
Nope.
One of the worst movies. I couldn't. I maybe made it 20 minutes into it.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that much.
Bad.
It became more famous because Kevin Smith does a lot of speaking tours and engagements. And you can find this on YouTube if you feel like it.
YouTube, it's a thing from Google.
Good. So on there, he talks about how much of a pain in the butt Bruce Willis is to work with. This guy who basically liked Kevin Smith and said, I want to work with you, direct this movie, write it. And then he refused all of his direction and wouldn't listen to him.
Never bite the hand that feeds you, folks. That's what we're saying. That's your golden ticket of the day.
On that note.
Folks, it's time for a coffee break, sponsored by Jimbo Joe's Coffee. Coming to you live with COVID-2 around the corner, probably 2029 now again.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Roar.
So you're telling me they actually made a Look Who's Talking 3?
Yeah, they made it.
Or they just, listen, studios, if you just want to give away money, give it to us. We'll promote your movie right here.
Yeah.
Give us, how much did it take to make Look Who's Talking 3? Let's be honest, what, 50,000?
Oh, no, it's probably $1.5 million.
All right. So you give us 25,000. We'll tell everybody what the principle of the movie was going to be. Boom, done. You don't even have to, no Rotten Tomato reviews, no negative reviews, no press, nothing. We'll get on here, tell everybody about Look Who's Talking 3, what a great movie it's going to be. But until those checks clear, it's a trash movie.
Wow. So, you're going to tell us about our sponsors.
Oh, yeah. So Dunder Mifflin was nice enough to...
Look at that.
Yeah. What? Bam. Unofficial sponsor here at Talkin Baloney. We have a new sponsor here. Came on board with us just this morning. Yeti. They make the thermal cups and things. And
that's a quality product.
this solid steel.
Wow.
Guaranteed to keep your beverage hot or cold, depending on your preference.
That's amazing.
Easy clean top. It's magnetic. Nothing gets stuck underneath it.
Holy
Technology.
cow.
I'm telling you, this is advancement right here, folks, in the tech world. Apple could use some stuff from Yeti right now.
Apple could use stuff from Yeti?
Yeah, the innovation at Apple right now is just horrible.
Well, speaking of technology and innovation, that really segues nicely into our next film.
Oh,
2009.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Ah, here we go.
Surrogates.
Yeah. Garbage.
What? That's one I kind of liked.
Okay, so I'm going to let the big guy tell you about Surrogates. Actually, it's not a bad premise to a movie because it's kind of where we're going now.
Right. So, like, the premise alone is worth it. You should check it out. It's basically a future where humans have kind of retreated into the world of virtual reality where they sit in their home and they have robotic bodies that go out and do all their normal stuff. So they're being controlled by the person, but the person never like sees the light of day.
So basically, we've all been made into our own Amazon shopper.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea. Cuts down on gas costs.
Well,
Does
no,
there-
the surrogates still drive around. And
Oh, okay.
They do jobs. So, like, Bruce Willis is a cop, and he's got, like, hair and the perfect body. And then something happens to his robot, and then he's got to go out into the real world and investigate. And he's like, bald and kind of flabby. And
See, it was doing good right up until the robot had a problem. And it had to be Bruce's robot.
well, yeah, sure. That's the plot of the movie is people are killing these surrogates.
Could have been Steven Seagal's, robot, or, Sylvester Stallone's robot.
That sounds more like an Expendables movie. Which, coincidentally enough, brings us to our next movie, The Expendables.
Look at these tie-ins, folks. It's like we rehearsed this and we had it planned out.
Wait, that's how well that
Calvin
works.
Cocoa Pop.
Yeah.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
Expendables.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Did you like it?
If you like explosions and you love to see the gunfire and you love to see, all that good action stuff going on, things blowing up, things on fire, just come here to Rochester.
Oof.
Too soon.
Yeah. Really, too soon.
Let's just say, if you want nostalgia,
Yes.
this is the movie.
So in the first Expendables, it's really a Stallone movie.
Yep.
Schwarzenegger, we talked
Yep,
about this.
yep.
And Bruce Willis made cameos in it.
Correct.
The first one.
Folks, tweet at us. Let us know what you think. Who is Bruce in these movies? What is his character? What's his job? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Just answer the question. What the hell is Bruce doing in the Expendables? What's his job? But I will say, listen, Sylvester Stallone and Dolph Lundgren in the same movie that's not a Rocky movie. Whew. Lights out, folks. You're just waiting for them to throw hands with each other. Be like, yo, you remember? You remember Russia?
That's what everyone wanted.
That's what everybody wanted. I wanted to see him hold up the American flag over Ivan Drago one more time. Or have Ivan Drago just knock Rocky out while he's flying the plane or something.
Did you see Creed 2?
I did see Creed 2.
Weren't you waiting for that in Creed 2?
I was waiting for it, but it's like they're almost like they're buddies now.
Yeah. It was weird. I felt like they dropped the ball.
They should have had Ivan Drago coming at Sylvester Stallone in Creed 2. Should have had him. Two old guys fighting. Listen, we've seen it in front of the nursing homes on Twitter.
I thought they should have redone the scene from Rocky IV with Ivan Drago Jr. killing Rocky.
Ooh. I like your thinking on that one.
Yeah. That would finally put an end to Rocky Balboa. Ooh. So Stallone wants to do... We're way off topic, by the way. Stallone wants to do another Rocky or Creed, but he won't be with the Creed. He'll be with a new fighter that he trains, and he'll be a Latin American, and because he wants to use that as a way to address like immigration and hot topics like that. So now, do you want to see more Rocky?
Nope. Lost me.
I didn't think so. All right, so the Expendables. We'll just talk about all three because his cameo in the first one becomes more of a character in the second one. He and Schwarzenegger, are now more active in it. They're like the big heroes who come at the end and save everybody.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like maybe too much.
Yeah. A little too much cameos. A little too much of the UFC fighters. Was it Chuck Liddell?
Yeah. Stone Cold was in the first one.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Chuck, I'm coming for you, buddy. You and me in the squared octagon. Anytime, any place. You have your people get a hold of my people. We'll broadcast this live.
Wow.
Yep. I'm only asking for a small payday.
How much?
$1 million.
Drop in the hat.
You probably got that in your back pocket.
Deontay Wilder makes that when he wakes up in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, he touches the alarm clock button and it spits money out at him.
Speaking of spitting money, that takes us to our next movie.
Oh. Another Die Hard?
No.
Ah, darn it.
Looper.
This wasn't a bad movie.
I love Looper.
Listen, I get it. Like, you want to go back in time to find your old self?
Yeah, it's so hitmen, to make it easier to like kill people and dispose of the bodies, they send that person back in time where they are killed 30 years in the past.
I like the premise. It's like Star Trek being transported in the transporter room to another time.
Yeah.
Huh, folks? See how we tied Star Trek into this?
I love it. Speaking of love it, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the younger Bruce Willis.
The younger Bruce.
And the movie becomes a battle between Bruce Willis and his younger self. And then for some reason, there's a kid that older Bruce Willis was supposed to kill who has some kind of like psychic mutant powers and can like make stuff fly. And
The damn mutants.
it's great.
It's like X-Men. Who needs to see it?
I do. So Looper, because you're a huge Star Wars fan,
Yep.
was directed by Ryan Johnson, who did The Last Jedi.
Which should have been The Last Jedi.
Or most Star Wars fans are a little, wow, this is almost like talking politics. You start talking Last Jedi. Could be a tweet storm.
Listen, folks, I have Disney Plus, and I haven't gone and watched any of the Star Wars movies yet. I don't know what it is.
Calvin Cocoa Pop.
I don't have it in me to watch. I guess, if I'm going to watch it all, I got to... Listen, if Star Wars had Bruce Willis as Luke Skywalker...
Liam Neeson isn't one of them.
I have a special set of skills.
Yeah. See, now you want to watch.
Yes. But if Bruce Willis was flying the Maltese Falcon... the Millennium Falcon, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just to hear him say yippee-ki-yay while he was throwing the thrusters down, taking off into space. I'd watch that.
You never say never. There's plenty of time. There's going to be more Star Wars movies.
I'm saying let's get Bruce Willis into one of the Star Wars movies.
You might. I could see him as the...
Matter of fact, we're going to tweet this as Star Wars.
Let's do it right now.
We're doing it. We're tweeting.
So look for that on Baloney Talking.
Hell yeah.
At Baloney Talking.
Tweet at us, Star Wars people.
Oh, I don't know if we want that, Jim.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Star Trek people. Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah. And make sure you have a good day. Because guess what? Have a Good Day is a good day to die hard. A nice movie.
Yeah, another Bruce Willis Die Hard movie.
Yeah. Do you remember this one?
Listen, I briefly watched this movie. This is probably the worst of all of them.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So the last one we met his daughter. This one we meet his son, who's all grown up and in trouble in Russia, I believe.
Doesn't anybody that go to Russia... Listen, we've all learned one thing. Russia equals trouble. And I'm not even talking politics. I'm talking just in general. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's Russia.
Yeah.
And the Russians killed Apollo Creed. Let's not forget that, folks.
Brings it all back.
You know, if he dies, he dies. Throw in a damn towel. That's enough of that Die Hard movie. We just summed it all up.
We summed it up that you should watch Rocky 4.
Yes. Go back and watch Rocky 4 before you watch the Die Hard movie.
Yeah, so this was I don't think the critics liked it. It didn't really make money.
No.
It probably put an end to the Die Hard film franchise as we know it.
We need a Die Hard directed by James Cameron or Michael Bay.
You're saying big budget.
Big budget.
Yeah.
All out. Bruce Willis. Transformers. Boom.
Wow.
Same movie. Die Hard. Steel version.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. You tell me, as soon as you saw on that movie preview, Die Hard, directed by Michael Bay or James Cameron, you're not thinking, oh, I'm going to watch this. There's going to be some stuff's going to hit the fan.
That would be true.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
What if I told you G.I. Joe with Bruce Willis? No?
Listen,
The Rock is also there.
I'm a huge fan of The Rock.
Yeah.
A huge fan of The Rock. I like what he stands for, everything he does. But just not a G.I. Joe. I don't know. He's too big. He's too big of a character to be held back in a little movie like G.I. Joe.
Wow. He's the whole movie, though. It's still
I know, and that's the problem. He's the whole dang movie.
Yeah.
If The Rock wasn't in it, no one would have went to see it.
which is what happened with G.I. Joe 1. But this is G.I. Joe 2.
Oh, all right.
This is The Rock as Roadblock, a relatively minor character who all of a sudden is the entire G.I. Joe force thanks to this movie.
Yeah.
And Bruce Willis plays... The idea is he's the original G.I. Joe. Mm-hmm. He's like the guy who started it all, coming out of retirement, firing a machine gun from the back of a El Dorado.
Where were you at in L.A.?
It was a pretty good movie.
And listen, I saw them, and they were action packed. They were action filled. Get
the Ant-Man on the phone.
You know what? He'd probably rip me apart for saying anything anti-G.I. Joe.
Exactly.
Come at me, Ant-Man. What do you got to say about that? I said I'm not a big fan of the G.I. Joe movies. What are you going to do about that? Huh? Why don't you come on the show and rebuttal me? You scared?
Okay. So, we skipped over Sin City.
Oh, yeah. The black and white version with a little bit of color fleckled in there for the blood scenes and stuff like that. It's not a bad movie.
Because what we're looking at now is Sin City 2, the sequel in 2014. Mm-hmm. The first one was a huge hit.
Yeah, it's different. It was different. So I think by the time Sin City 2 comes on to play, people are like, okay, we already seen this before.
And I think it took too long. Yeah. Like, there was a long period of time.
You got to come out the second one right away. I mean, look what they did with Jaws.
Okay.
Until Jaws 3 and 3D came out, everybody was like, what the hell is this trash?
Well, the first Sin City to give you an idea of the time lapse, the first Sin City, Mickey Rourke was in it.
Yep.
And had a huge role, and he was awesome.
Yeah.
By the time the second Sin City came out, Mickey Rourke is a trash actor that no one wants to touch. Mm-hmm. But somehow Bruce Willis is still in it. So
let's see. Mickey Rourke. I saw his movie, The Wrestler.
good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Like, he could barely even move in that movie.
It was realistic.
That's about as realistic as all hell, too. Great movie, though. Man.
Yeah. We could do a little sidebar on Mickey Rourke because his career, like, all of a sudden he was back. He was at the top. Mm-hmm. The Wrestler, Sin City. Mm-hmm. He did Iron Man 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think then people realized, oh, yeah.
It's Mickey Rourke.
It's Mickey Rourke. Self-destruct much?
You know what happened? You know what his problem was? You didn't have a good sponsor like Jimbo Joe's Coffee. That's your problem. Coming to you 2029, folks.
So the other thing to address is the latter stages. Bruce Willis, he's become the king of the direct-to-DVD movie.
You know what that means, folks? So DVDs are these little CD things. They look like CDs. They're a little round, maybe 6 inches around, and you put them in your player, and they play music and movies instead of, the tape on the old VHS tapes. So they go right to that DVD because basically the movie's trash. It's not going to be shown in the theaters. Yeah, that's about all I can sum up on direct-to-DVD because...
that was pretty good.
Yeah, it just means that we know this sucks. We're not going to promote it. And if you are drunk on some Friday or Saturday night and you want to watch something you haven't seen in a long time or ever...
It's basically for movies that they know they're not going to make money if it went to a theater.
Yep.
We're just going to bypass that, save money on marketing.
Correct.
And hope that people pay $14, $20 for a chance to see it.
Yeah. So basically, folks, what you're doing is you're giving the movie companies pure profit. Pure profit.
So we're going to take a look at this because this is since 2011.
Ooh.
Where Bruce Willis starred in 2 direct-to-DVD movies, Set Up and Catch 44, and then since then did 16 more.
Ooh, Bruce, what was going on? This must have been a period of time where things were not...
So that's in 11 years. He made 18 movies 9 years. He made 18 movies.
This must have been after he was leaving Demi Moore.
Oh, yeah. I think they broke up a long time ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Tough times.
I get it now. Now I understand why all your movies are going to direct-to-DVD. He broke up with Demi.
So, as preparation for this episode we're doing right now, I watched 2.5 of these.
Only 2.5?
I tried. I was going to make a real effort to watch at least half of them.
Folks, the big guy is a master reviewer when it comes to movies. So what he says is gospel gold. So I need you to listen to him now, folks.
Oh, no build-up. So we'll start with Catch 44.
Ooh, Catch 44.
Catch 44 is a Quentin Tarantino knockoff movie. Has the same surf guitar music that you know from Pulp Fiction. Mm-hmm. It's got the gangsters, the violence. Mm-hmm. People talking in a diner, having a normal conversation, and then they pull guns out and hold the place up. That's the opening scene of this movie and the opening scene of Pulp Fiction. Another Tarantino thing he likes is when people are holding guns at each other. Except you would then hold a gun. Yeah, like that. Give me the money, man.
Hey, yo, man.
That happens at least 5 times in this movie. And
Too many guns.
The other thing that Tarantino likes in his movies is like pop culture references. Mm-hmm. So this is a movie with Bruce Willis in it, technically. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's in it for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. The girl characters in the movie are in a car, and they're looking to play some music on the radio, and the girl pulls out a cassette tape, and it's Bruce Willis's cassette.
Oh, boy.
She's like, oh, yeah, this is great music. Respect yourself. And she puts it in the cassette player, and they start listening to...
A little self-promotion.
Yeah. It's like a little, oh, look how cool this is. Wink, wink.
Listen, I'm going to say, I thought the CD with the cassette when it first came out was all right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't jam to it in a car. They play it in quiet.
So this is, I didn't think it was a very good movie.
Uh-huh.
And then I watched a couple more of his direct-to-DVD, and this one now looks a lot better in retrospect. Forrest Whitaker is in it.
What's the name of the movie?
Catch 44.
Catch 44. I might have to actually check it out and see if I'll give it a ratings review. Maybe 2 stars, 3 stars. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know?
So that one maybe held up a little. Then there's one he did with Michael Chiklis. You know him, right?
Nope.
The Commish.
The Commish.
The Shield.
Oh, I know who it is now. All right, gotcha.
Describe what he looks like for our audience.
Bald guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays the rock hard character in the Fantastic Four.
He's Ben Grimm, the Thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember now.
So you described him as the bald guy, right?
Yeah. I remember when he was on The Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he and Bruce Willis made a movie, 10 Minutes Gone. Came out like 2 years ago, direct to DVD. So the poster is like the two of them, you know, and they're both like older bald guys wearing leather jackets. I would say more thought went into the poster than the movie.
Yeah. What are they in it for 5 minutes?
Bruce Willis is in it for about 5 minutes, yeah.
Yep. Folks, probably $2.2 million you got paid for that.
Yeah. So his career has just deteriorated to the point where he's a guy who shows up for 10 minutes in movies that go direct to DVD.
Mr. Cameo Man. They should call him, there's a movie for him, The Cameo Man.
Yeah. So in both these movies, the one Catch 44 and 10 Minutes Gone, he's like the mob boss kind of bad guy.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you knew this, but Michael Chiklis is not a good actor.
No. No.
If you don't have good writing, like The Shield was a great show, it had great writing. This movie does not have good writing.
Or acting from what I can hear.
So you might want to avoid that one.
All right, well, hey, listen, Catch 44 could have got us into a Catch 22 watching a crappy movie. I'm here all week, folks.
Yeah, thanks. And then I watched about 10 minutes of a movie called Reprisal. And when it became clear that this was another terrible movie that he's barely in, I just couldn't do it again.
See, folks, you got to pay attention to the direct-to-DVD stuff because it usually means that the actor or actress is not even in it.
But he has done some movies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Death Wish.
Death Wish. Now, I get this one. I do.
Yeah.
You know, they killed his wife, almost killed his daughter. He goes out and does his thing. I would do it.
Okay.
Especially if, listen, if I knew nothing was happening, it wasn't moving at a fast pace to find out who the perpetrators were, I'm going to handle my business. I like it. I could see this one playing out in real life.
Okay.
Not a bad movie. Not a lot of substance to the movie. I mean...
Did you see any of the original?
I saw the original Death Wish movies.
Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson was the man. Quiet about everything he did.
Yeah.
Meticulous.
Yeah, he's real quiet and violent.
So if it was Bruce Willis, I mean, obviously he did his little scene and he did his movie and stuff like that. But, man, if there was a cameo from Bronson in this movie, it would have been great. You would have threw it over the top. Was Bronson dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Damn it. So you could have done CGI.
People love that.
Yeah. Bring him back from the dead.
So the original Death Wish was like the definition of a gritty movie. Mm-hmm. This one, it was not gritty.
No. He's a doctor. They got a lot of money. They got a nice house. They got...
Yeah.
Just, he doesn't even know how to shoot a gun at one point. Like, he's like, I got to go... going to the gun store and learn how to shoot a gun, and I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like he was too squeaky clean, and he goes from that to being this guy who can find 17 different ways to kill a person.
Yeah, and let's just say that the two cops that are in the movie that keep coming to visit him or his family, just like all the clues are there that it's him doing it.
Yeah.
In any other day and age outside of a movie, they would have arrested him already.
Yeah. So Dean Norris was one of the cops. He was in Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis's brother was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yep, he was in the one of the crime shows on it.
Law
and Order.
Yeah, long time.
Long time. Good actor, by the way, too.
Yeah, he's a really good actor.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of roles, and every time you see him, he's a great actor.
Yeah. I kind of wish he did more in the movie.
Now, if the roles were reversed and he was Bruce Willis's character in that movie,
would have been better.
I would have bought into that.
Bruce Willis has a way of kind of sleepwalking through movies. Mm-hmm. If you watch some of his direct-to-DVD, you definitely see it. It's like he just doesn't care. He's just saying lines.
Yeah, and then afterwards, you're sleepwalking.
Yeah. I do want to point out, in this movie, Bruce Willis and Vincent D'Onofrio, they both hit in a batting cage at different points. Have you ever seen a worse baseball swing than Bruce Willis?
Listen, the man can wrap a fire hose around his waist and jump off the top of Nakatomi Plaza, but can't swing a baseball bat.
Yeah.
What the hell?
If he was on your softball team, he'd be batting ninth and playing right field, and you would hope he never came up with the game on the line.
Be like, hey, go get your looper pal and get him back over here because we could use him.
Well, we got basically one movie left to...
Oh, we're at the end of a career.
Yeah. Well, we covered a lot of ground. We skipped over about 15 other direct-to-DVD movies, but...
And we know you did too.
Yeah, and you're smart to do it.
Yeah. That's 15 movies of life you're never getting back, folks.
How about the movie Glass?
So, folks, I tipped everybody off last week how this movie ended.
You did.
He dies in a mud puddle.
And you did again.
I saw this movie really without even seeing the first one. So I saw the first one after the second one. Or the movie leading up to this movie.
Are you talking about Unbreakable?
Yeah, Unbreakable.
Okay, because there's also the movie Split, which came out like 2 years ago.
Split's the one where the guy's got like multiple personalities, abducts some people.
Yeah, he's in Glass too.
Yeah. That's right.
He's the character that
crawls up a wall,
yeah,
all that good stuff. Yeah.
So this movie was like tying together those two separate movies, Unbreakable and Split.
I still don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
To me, the movie was kind of a disappointment. Like, I thought Unbreakable was a great movie. I thought
Not
Split
enough
was
action.
good. Not enough action. Too much psychology.
I was thinking that it was going to be like some, X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
Nope. I actually thought they were X-Men characters.
I wish. I think M. Night wanted to subvert expectations, and he thought, well, I think for one thing, he thinks anything he does is going to be awesome, so he's very self-confident, and I think he just blew it.
M. Night Shyamalan or something, right?
Yeah.
He made the movie...
Sixth Sense.
No, there's a better one than that. It's the one with the trees.
The Happening.
The Happening with Mark Wahlberg. By the way, Mark, my wife loves you. And your brother. And the rest of the New Kids on the Block. Even though you're not in the New Kids on the Block. But that Happening movie, guess what, folks? It's happening right now. It's called COVID-19.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Are you inviting Mark Wahlberg to be on the show?
Mark Wahlberg, you are welcome to be on the show anytime. We will add to your millions of subscribers who couldn't use 1.0012 subscribers.
They have slightly more than one subscriber?
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg or the New Kids, you are welcome to be on the show. We're booking. Listen, we're going to be full this season, so you got to get your spots now, man.
That's true.
Yeah. Booking up solid here. Should have got the tater tots.
Draw.
Yes. Welcome back, folks, to Talkin Baloney here at the
If
Baloney
a customer
Nation.
wants a pickle, you give him a pickle,
That's
right?
damn right. You take care of the customer.
Customer's always right.
Customer's always right. Are they, though?
I don't know. You work in retail.
I mean, I guess as long as they got a receipt and it's done within the return policy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there you're not always right.
No, you don't really want
No.
to give them an inch.
And if you don't have a mask on, we ain't serving you anyway.
Yeah. Customer wrong.
Customer is wrong.
So we had an epic show today.
Yes, we did.
Our part of our 2-hour Bruce Willis 2-part. We just went nuts.
We're not feeling well after this Bruce Willis 2-part episode.
Who would have guessed it?
Who would have guessed that the man's got, folks, $200 million net worth. Now you see why we took all this time to talk about it.
And you actually had more details on his career that you wanted to talk about.
He actually did some Broadway stuff.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
So that's how he started?
Off Broadway, I guess, but
He doesn't strike me as a stage kind of guy.
I don't know if off Broadway means he wasn't allowed on the stage or if he, I don't know.
Could be.
Could be.
And I want to admit that last week in part 1, I got some facts wrong. I confused Last Boy Scout with Striking Distance.
Ooh.
His backstory of how he got kicked off the force was from Last Boy Scout and not Striking Distance.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I just want to clear that up.
I'm sure our million viewers were chomping at the bit for that one.
Interesting side note on Last Boy Scout.
Oh, yeah?
Written by Shane Black, who went on to write and direct Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys.
Russell Crowe and the other guy.
Russell Crowe and the guy from...
La La Land.
Yeah. Also from The Notebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, Shane Black wrote the script, and it was like the highest, at the time, highest amount of money a studio had bought a script for.
Really?
Because it was a hot script. The original title of the script? Die Hard.
Really?
Yeah. The Fox executive who bought the script was also developing the movie that would become Die Hard, and liked the title so much he wanted it for that movie instead. And then this movie became Last Boy Scout.
Interesting. See, folks, we're an educational show, too. You learn
right.
some stuff here.
If you can't learn a little something, what's the point?
What's the point? Why are you even alive?
Speaking of uplifting messages, who's on the show next week?
So, listen, we are going to, Mini-Me is going to make her...
Mini-Me?
Mini-Me is going to make her debut on Talkin Baloney
Wow.
next week. She may even bring along
Jay Wood?
Jay Wood
What?
and maybe G Money right along with her.
Little G Money?
Little G Money.
Our
Like,
youngest fan?
Our youngest fan and subscriber to Talkin Baloney. You're such bad parents.
I'm sure little Gabby loves Bruce Willis movies.
Oh, yeah. Gabby is also a huge Disney Plus fan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she's probably watched all the Star Wars movies by now.
Oh, we can talk about that next week.
Yep.
So all you got to do is watch all 12 of them before next week.
And folks, just a little teaser on things to come.
Oh, man. Coming up?
It's going to be big,
Yeah.
epic, biblical.
We are going to have something that is 28 years in the making.
28 years, folks. So, folks, for those of you that don't understand or maybe a little older now, 28 years is the year before 29, the year after 27.
That's good. I cleared it all up.
You should get it now. 28 years in the making, folks. Little tough guy action coming your way.
Oh, man.
Oh, watch out. The one and only
Ty Bowie.
Ty Bowie coming on the show.
We're doing a retrospective
Woo-hoo.
on your first acting appearance.
My first ever acting debut on network television.
There was a network, yeah.
It was a network, a.k.a. Fox. Not the news people.
No.
No. The TV station
Yeah.
that did TV shows.
Correct. See, we are informative.
That's right, folks. We are self-funding this show
We got Yeti.
with our sponsor, Yeti.
Oh.
But you know what that means, folks? When the music starts playing, two things. We're either taking a commercial or we're over because we're all out of coffee. And Jimbo Joe's Coffee's not coming to us until 2027, 28, 29. We don't have a machine in the store.
No.
Right here in the office. Nothing.
No.
We're out of coffee. It means we're out of time.
We got to go.
We gotta go.
Until next week.
Stay classy, Baloney Nation.
If the customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?